Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 37. We have come a long, long way, and I'm very excited for today's session. But before we go into that, we will begin with the beautiful meditation. So, if you have any specs on, if you are in any different place, just find your space, remove your spectacles, loosen your shoulders, loosen your jaws, just be up and about this meditation today. Let's come together as a force and get ready. For the next 5 minutes, we will just be with a beautiful silence, the silence that is primordial, that is ancient, that moves this universe and that moves us. There will be no need to see anything, to witness anything, to be anyone or be anything. Just you and your breath in complete silence for the next 5 minutes. And so it is. Your gentle, beautiful, wide breath. In the next few moments that we are with the silence, there will be no music. I will be quiet, and we will be with this ancient wisdom of silence within and out. And so it is. Just be with your gentle, natural, beautiful breath. No sound, no mantra, no chanting, just you and your gentle breath. Wherever you are, in whichever state you are, with or without anything, you are complete. All is well. There is no hurry. There is no worry. You are it. You are it. You are it. And so it is. In these 8 minutes, simply dissolve and become one with who you are. In all entirety, in presence, in beingness, and in wholeness, in softness.
trying to synchronize all the information that has bestowed upon you in the last few minutes as you sat with your breath, healing, remembering, becoming. You are it, you are it, you are it, and so it is.
Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gently place your palms on your eyes. Let these energies integrate completely, wholly, fully. And when you're ready, open your eyes with a heart full of smile and give yourself a big, huge round of applause because you deserve it, because you are it, you are worth it, you are the universe, you are the universe, you are the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for being here today, for being such a beautiful, beautiful soul group, for remembering your purpose, for remembering who you are. And without further ado, we'll get into this beautiful, um, intentional topic of multidimensional living. Multidimensional, that means that you let go of your human mind, you let go of all the limitations, you uncheck all the limited mindset, and then you sit here to receive whatever is coming through the universe. As I sit here to receive whatever is coming from the universe, because um, we might be saying the same things over, but the energy container keeps on, evolving as we grow with it. So again, just a disclaimer, just be here without your brains, just with your heart, with your soul. And let's have no space for doubt for all the new people who will be listening to the topic for the first time. So, to the old and the new, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, multi-dimensional living. And when we begin this topic, it cannot not start with soul wisdom. Okay. So, what is the soul wisdom? First of all, what is soul? So, the soul entities, the soul entities, we come onto this beautiful school of earth from many, many soul worlds. And when I say soul worlds, that means many, many dimensions. And we come here many times over by our own sweet choice to enjoy physicality and to experience spirituality within the confines of this physicality. And this is also to remember that we might have come many times here over, but what we truly need to remember here is yes, that we are that soul, but in that capacity of knowing that we are that soul, in here, in this physical human form, we have to remember that soul, remembering also this human form. So, derived from the Greek word metaphysica, after the things of nature. So, what we are going to be understanding right now is the metaphysics of the soul. So, derived from the Greek word metaphysica, that is, after the things of nature, referring to an idea, doctrine, or a positive reality outside of human sense perception. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that examines the fundamental nature of reality, including the relationship between mind and matter, between substance and attribute, and between potentiality and actuality. So, what we feel and what we see here is apparent reality. This is not the ultimate truth. Now, what is apparent reality? Apparent reality is basically the feeling or the perception of the ultimate truths that we perceive here when we come on earth. And when we come here on earth, just a reminder, we are celebrated, we are regarded. So much happens through. So much happens through. And this soul wisdom is passed through all our soul groups that we meet before we come here in that very contained blueprint that we take for this lifetime. So what is this soul wisdom? What is this Atmagyan? You know, what is to know oneself? So it is the realization of truth. It is overcoming of ignorance. It is answering the question, who I am, with our own intention, with our own intention. And how do you come to this whole, you know, uh, this vibration of understanding that who you are by asking, who am I? And then you continue to ask, am I the mind? Am I the body? Am I the ego? If not all, if not this, then that, then what? And then as you keep going and going and going, and you realize, I am the Atma, I am the soul, I am the energy body, I am that spirit. And it is through your quest of wanting to know the truth, of going to that ultimate truth, is where the wisdom lies, is where we go from ignorance to enlightenment. When we realize this truth, that's called Gyan, that's called knowledge, that's called ancient wisdom rebirthing back in you. And this is crystallized wisdom, this is enlightenment. To know oneself is nothing but to sit in that quietude, reflect upon why you should have been here. Of course, not all the, all the process that you have done up until now from your birth time. That is important. But there's also this knowledge of why being here in this human form matters, or why being here in this human suit, in this body, in this name, in this arena, the chosen relationships, the structured roles of what we have chosen in this life. Why is this important? And let me tell you something very mind-boggling today, and which leads us to the very ancient Indian texts, the Vedas, and specifically the fourth Veda or the Rig Veda, the one that is considered to be the most advanced of all Vedas. Because while other Vedas are speaking about rituals, about the trajectory of human plane, or what to do, how to be, all the rules and regulations, how the society should be formed, Rig Veda specifically deals with the doctrine of opening your mind, of the realities that there are. So in Rig Veda, there is the 10th hymn, the hymn of creation, which is called the Nasadya Sukta. So in verse 10, 129, which dares to say that modern science does not even mention, is whence this creation, okay, listen to this very beautifully, whence this creation has arisen, perhaps it formed itself, or perhaps it did not. The one who looks down on it in the highest heaven, only they know, or perhaps even they do not. What are they trying to say here? What is it really there? They are trying to say even the creator probably, when they look down upon from that, if there is that heaven above and they're looking down upon us, only they would know if this creation is real or if this creation is not. The gist of the story is we do not know why this creation came to be. We are still on the quest of finding it. And how do we embark that journey of being on that quest, is by being one with this soul, by being one with the authentic truth that you are it, you are more than this human container. And going forward, Nasadya Sukta very beautifully, it describes, and this is in poetic verses because these are the hymns of, and they are called the hymns of the universe. There was a darkness, there was a dark energy, or the darkness concealed in ancient primordial darkness, a continuum of dark cosmic ocean. Then that which lay in void Then that which lay in void, thus covered, burst forth glory, self-excited by intent. Which means that when this dark matter or dark energy or that darkness which was covered by primordial darkness, they began to collide with each other, which was simply in a void, which was simply in a void. And when they began to collide or interact with each other with their self intent, from their womb out came the universe. In this great cosmic mind, all pervading, vibrations of karma sprouted from the conscious thought. The seers who have searched within the wisdom has witnessed the conscious equation between matter and energy, which means that when this whole collision happened with that self-intended nature that they wanted to create, this universe was created, which scientists later named as black hole. That black hole which gave birth to this universe, we must always remember that there are many, 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 many more universes like this. This is just one Milky Way galaxy where there is this one universe, where there is this one planet Earth where we live upon, where we reside upon. So how can we believe that the same matter, the same energy would not have created other galaxies, other universes, other planets where there would be life forms? How do we know that within the solar system, within the Earthic solar system, all the planets that are there is no life form there? We have not been there. We've only been given information to different organizations, to different people. So when there is lack of information, when there is concealment of truth, as there was this concealment of darkness through darkness, it is through our intent that we get to know the nature of, you know the nature of true reality. It is through our intent, it is through our quest that we get to know who we are. And how do we get to know that intent? Is by being one with the breath. There is no other form, there is no other power that can actually make us meet that real self. It is only in silence and with that breath that you get to know the vastness of who you are. You get to know that magnanimous existence that you have one with this universe. So imagine when this universe was being created, there was neither existence, there was neither non existence. There was neither space, there was neither matter. It was just darkness that was concealed in this darkness, an uninterrupted continuum fluid. And through that, this material, this shape, all of this came to be. And this is the humility somewhere we have been losing, because we forgot and we began to ignore the vastness of us. And you know what the Vedic seers said? They said that the origin of creation, it is a mystery. It is not some lab equation that one can, do dissections and they can see what needs to happen. They understood multidimensional creation, that there was layers and layers and layers and layers of reality. And what they left for us was Shunya, the ultimate reality, invented by Mr. Beautiful Aryabhat, the greatest masters of all. You come from Shunya, you go back to Shunya. That is, you come from zero, you go back to zero. It is that infinite. And that zero represents nothing but that black hole. And what we think is that we are running something, that, oh my God, I am the CEO, I am the manager, I am the head of the family, I am this, I am that, I have so much money. While the matter of the truth is, you are nothing. You are nothing when you don't realize who you are meant to be, why this existence matter. Because ultimately, on this big, big platform that we call stage, we are only playing mere characters. We will do our part and we will depart. This vessel, it is made up of five dhatus, the five tattvas or the five elements. Let's say the six elements. But ultimately, what happens is that we return back to the sixth element, leaving everything behind. We go back to the ethos. That is why anything that is permanent is death. And now we move forward to a very beautiful aspect of Shankaracharya's philosophy, the one who created Sharirik Bhashya, as we also discussed in the past live session, right? So what does he say? He says, Brahma Satyam Jagana Mithya Jivo Brahmevana Apara. I'll repeat that again. Brahma Satyam Jagana Mithya Jivo Brahmevana Apara. The absolute alone is real. The world is unreal. And we as individuals, we are we as soul, we are non-different from Brahman. We are, again, we are part of this big, big ultimate truth, and we are receiving this truth in our own ways, in different realities. That is to say, again, I will explain it with a beautiful example. This is the phone. Okay, everyone can see this phone. Now, this is a universe. You are seeing this universe from this side. Okay, I am seeing the universe from this side. Someone who's on this side is seeing the universe from here. someone who's on this side is seeing the universe from this side. Now imagine all of us in all creation, we are one. And yet we receive the truth from different angles, because this is the packet of information we are sending back to that source creation who actually created us in their own image to understand this universe better, to understand this universe better. And who is observing this universe? It is that soul which is self-evident, swasit, or that which does not need any proof of existence. You can keep sitting here and asking for proof. Oh, if it is, if oh, if it is existing. Oh, if it is existing. Oh, does it exist? It does not need to prove you if it exists or it does not exist. It is proofless. It does not. It is just there. It is the ultimate reality. And it is not possible to deny soul, because it is the very essence of, it's the very essence of this whole existence, where everything is it's flowing in a continuous motion. This soul, the soul that we so talk about, the atma gyan that we so speak about, the atman that is the basis of all knowledge, of all presuppositions and all proofs. It is the existence of it, so it does not need to prove anything. Self is within, self is without, self is before, self is behind, self is on the right, on the left, self is above, and self is below. And we sit here thinking that what I see is the only truth. No, what you see is actually the perception. What you see is your perception. What you understand is your perception. This universe has many underlying realities, many, 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 many layers of truth that exist within this continuous motion. What you see is a perception, not the truth. It is the apparent reality, not the ultimate truth. That is what we must understand. Aham Brahmasmi, thou art that, you are that. You must remember, you are the Brahman. You are the Brahman. You are what you are seeking from outside, right? So when you realize you are the one who's the truth, then truth becomes very, very magnificent, very magnanimous. It becomes the absolute. Okay, what I know is the part of truth, very beautiful part of truth. It is not the whole truth. I still have to see so much. I still have to understand so much. I still have to expand so much. Radhika is not sitting here and claiming, oh, what I am speaking is gospel truth. No, what I'm speaking today is my understanding of the truth, what I feel I must share here with everyone, because this is what I have been learning. And I know from this point on also, I will keep evolving. And so we will, evolve together. What do you think is happening here, guys? You think I'm sitting here as a teacher and, there is some discourse happening and I'm trying to give some lecture? No, there is a huge energy exchange that is happening here. If you cannot understand that there is vibration, frequency, energy, continuous motion, there is consciousness, then we are being stupid. We are being stupid, ultimate stupid beings. And not stupid because we are not intelligent. We are being stupid because we are ignoring, that we don't want to accept this truth. I am not making you learn anything today, guys. I am merely here to remind. This is just a reminder of what you already know in all fragments, in all physical basis, on all mental basis, on all soul basis. I am only here as a reminder today. And as much as you are learning with me, I am learning with you. This is the truth. This is a continuous energy exchange that happens through packets. The packets of information that we keep sharing with one another. So when we say that, I am Brahmasmi, that I am that I am the Brahman, and we, because what Shankaracharya actually did, was breaking like a glass wall, which was obviously it was glass, so it had to break. I mean, metaphorically speaking. He said there is no duality, there is only oneness, you know, there is no duet, there's only a duet, a duet. So that phone that I showed to you as the universe, basically, the only thing I was trying to say is that we are not in duality perceiving it, we are in oneness perceiving it with our own sense perception. We are a part of one, like we are a part of this big whole cloth. We are all cut from that same cloth, just experiencing. So someone will make the shirt of it, someone will make a, maybe a salwar suit out of it, someone will make a dress out of it, someone will make a hanky out of it, but but that piece of cloth remains the same, that motion remains the same. Brahman is not an object. It is, of course, it is beyond the reach of sense perception, the physical ones, the eyes, the nose, the whatever it is, but it is existing. And because it is Adrisha, it is not, we cannot see Brahman, like, I can't say, oh, Brahman is walking there. Of course, we can't do that. And that is why Upanishads or the Vedantic text declared it as neti neti, or nor this nor that. Why did they do that? Not because it was like, oh, okay, something, something is happening. No, 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 not because of that. But because it is indescribable in human language, because we are limited in vocabulary. It is indescribable. It is not some, again, understand this. Brahman or that reality is not some metaphysical abstraction. It is not something random that we are talking about. It is not valid. It is not void. It is a full-time, infinite, changeless self-essence of the knower. It is the seer. It sees all. It transcends. It is a silent witness. It doesn't need to prove you that I exist because it does. Think and understand. Think, and see. You are in this human body. Okay, great. There is a heart, there are lungs, there is kidney, there is spleen, and whatever, so on and so forth, whatever the biological structure, the bones, the nervous system, and everything. So everything is making move everything. The hand is moving because there is a nervous system connection. So the hand is moving. So Radhika is speaking. So you are listening because everything is in sense. But who is moving Radhika? Who is asking Radhika to speak? Who's asking her to move her hands and be a certain way? I chose this reality for me in this lifetime, in this blueprint. I chose to be here in this human form to do what I am doing. This is my blueprint. But does that separate me from you? Does that separate me from Neha or from Sneha or from Nandini or from Pari or from Suman for that matter? Or from anyone or from Patriji? If I say that I am separate, I am the most stupid person existing on earth. I'm talking about something which is changeless, which is omnipotently there, and I'm trying to confine it in a box. I can't. That is the vastness of you. That is the vastness of me. In this vast universe, in this vast reality, which is unknowable in just one lifetime. That is why we come life after life, to keep understanding, to keep learning. And how do you understand this more is through the five-finger concept, the best gift that I feel Patriji gave me. And I will keep singing praises for it, even I have to repeat myself 1,000 times over. I don't care. Body, mind, intellect, soul, spirit. Body, mind, intellect, soul, spirit. five-finger concept. You are already this. That is why when we do Anapanasati in pyramid meditation, as a pyramid master, as a PSSM master, we never sit like this. We never sit like this unless there is a calling, okay, for this certain meditation, we have to, that is a different, that's a very different, vast concept. Doesn't even, don't have to even go there. We don't sit like this normally because this is Shiv Mudra. We already know we are Shiv, we are Shakti, we are Jesus, we are Moses, we are Allah, we are, we are Guru Gobind Singh Ji, we are all of that. We already know it. What we here to know is this. And that is why we sit like this. That is why we sit like this in meditation, because we are here to realize this. We are here to integrate this with this. That is your body, mind, and intellect with your soul and spirit. Now, what is body? Body is your hunger, your feelings, your physical needs. Body is that. And mostly people just stay there in that body thing. They don't go up from body, from which, there is ignorance that happens. Where there is no realization of Brahman, let alone anything else, where there's no realization of anything at all. Then comes the mind. Mind is where all your, all your, this, sorry, then comes, yeah, then comes the mind, where all your emotions, where everything that you're feeling, all your feeling centers are there. Then comes the intellect, where the decision making happens, where there is consciousness which is beginning to rise. And then comes the soul, which is creating your reality in this human form. And then comes the spirit, to which you go back. Now, mostly people do, they confuse between soul and spirit. That, oh, okay, how is soul and spirit different? So in Hindi, we will call it Atma and Sarvatma. In English, we call it soul and spirit. So what is really the difference? So the difference is nothing. It is one. But in terms of understanding that what is really happening in this physical dimension where we are bounded by time, space, matter, so forth and so on. So the soul is the entity that animates the body, this body, and gives life. Okay, so some beautiful spiritual leaders would regard soul as the combination of mind, will, and emotions, where we do our thinking from the brains, but it is the soul that is, helping us move in the right direction with our thoughts. But the root of the word spirit translates as breath or wind. The soul is basically the indwelling from birth to death. So what happens is the soul, which is also here. So spirit, what is spirit? Spirit is omnipresent. Spirit is something which is creating this whole creation. Spirit is something which also created the concept of soul, and that soul created us. So spirit creating soul, soul creating us, basically. So let's understanding the very simple human consciousness is great grandmother, grandmother, mother, right? Then comes Lord, Father, there's the branching, 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 branching. So if there is this whole consciousness, I would call them a great grandfather and great grandmother. Anything, whatever makes it simple to understand, because this is not rocket science. It might be looking like, oh my God, she is giving some, I don't know what physics, chemistry, biology is happening, some random maths is happening here, but it's not. We will have to be, okay, one day at a time, one step at a time. I will be able to understand this because I can understand this. Guys, again, I will say this again. No information is too much information. You are here because you can receive this information in wholeness, in beingness, in isness, in your entirety, because you deserve to know all of this. You have done enough to have that knowledge that you can know this. And with that, the spirit is a universal force that is interconnected and extends to all living beings. So I hope that we are clear that what truly is this five-finger concept of body, mind, intellect, soul, and spirit that comes together as one, helping us extend ourselves to this beautiful, vast cosmos Even whatever 1.111111%, if we could understand through our sense perception of what truly is the Brahman, we have done our part in this life. We are ready to go. And we will come again for another lesson, of course. We will come again. And now for a moment, I want everyone to do this with me. Please close your eyes. Just for a moment. Please close your eyes. Everyone, close your eyes. I want you to sit and just close your eyes. Take a deep breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Once or twice, however many times you want to do this. Just feel this moment. Feel it. Truly feel it. And as you're feeling this moment, guys, probably there is complete silence, pin drop silence. But in that silence, there is hum of the air. There is pulse beneath your skin. You are existing, you're breathing, your heart is beating, your lungs are doing its own function. The sky is still up, the sky is still expanding, so is the earth, the trees are growing. As you are breathing, there is a plant that is about to burst forth from the ground. There is a mother giving birth to a baby right now as we are speaking. Or maybe there is someone who's ready to leave this world in the body. And as you're realizing all of this in this moment, feeling yourself, you also realize that you're not sitting here, not really. You are simultaneously existing in more realities than your human mind is trained to perceive. You are not in this body, guys. Only your consciousness is operating through this body. And now I request everyone to open their eyes. And just for 2 minutes, for a moment, not 2 minutes, for a moment, just realize what did happen. Maybe you did it with whole heart, maybe you did not do it with whole heart, but just remember we did something right now. And it was as basic as closing the eyes, feeling this moment completely, truly, fully, wholly, without any dilution, and understanding all that there is. There are so many parallel realities. As I keep saying, that there is no past, present, and future happening ascending, descending order or in a linear way. Past, present, and future is happening parallelly right now. I am in this dimension and I'm also in some other dimension. I'm also in some other lifetime doing something different or maybe the same thing in a different context. I don't know how it is happening, but it is happening. This is one of my consciousness, like one part of my consciousness operating through this body. But this consciousness is vast and is operating, on different levels, on many different levels. The only thing here is that we have been programmed to believe that this physical 3D earth is the whole story. We have been programmed, it's been like drilled in our heads. This is the only reality. You come here, you do whatever, and then you die. We've been programmed. And this is the programming we are breaking every time in moment that we are sitting here and we are doing what we are doing. When we just believe that we are only this body, we are only, it's like, reading the first 12 pages of an epic and leaving the story midway. And you never get to know the ending of how beautiful the ending was. That the triumph will always be of that which stands with the truth. It is not even about good and evil, guys. There is no good, there is no evil, there is no right, there is no wrong, there is only truth. The one who stands with truth will always triumph. There is no if and buts about it. There is no other reality out there. There is only truth. The day you accept the truth is where everything begins to blast. And what do you think of this earth? It is not some random rock floating randomly, in some fluid. It is a consciousness, it is a living reality. She is the mother. She is, living, breathing entity. And she's been through epochs of transformation. She's been through some grand, she's seen so much. She has seen timelines collapse. She has seen generations come and go. She has seen yugas, the cycle, the timelines change from primordial chaos to crystalline clarity that has come through ages, from single cell to complex living beings, from hunger gatherers, from hunter and gatherers, or from hunger survival mode to who we are here, consciously sitting here and talking to one another. In whatever way we understand this, she has lived through so much. And she continues to be. And that is what shows us that we continue to be no matter what. We don't stop because she doesn't stop. And there's something before we move to the dimensional reality, there is something we must understand. And this is one example I'm going to repeat over. A beautiful master, Ayyappa Pindi, and this is something which is very close to my heart, and I feel in my bones that this is the truth. So, um, I want to explain this before only. I was going to explain it after, but I feel like speaking this right now. So Patriji was the galactic head. He still operates on the galactic understanding or the galactic energy. So he might not be we are not able to see him physically, but it is not that he is not existing. He's very much here, but non-physically in energy form. And why is this information important? Because I'm talking about earth. Because when earth was so what he saw, why did I spoke about Ayyappa Pindi in the first instant, is that back in 2012, or in that timeline of the or the 2012s, or that whatever timeline that was, he channeled a message, and he was in deep state of meditation, and he channeled this message that, what he saw, there's a vision where there was a huge table. It's like a round conference table where there are many galactic masters, many entities sitting. Earth is crying, like profusely crying, and there's Patriji, and she's crying because she was seeing that how Earth was falling, how the dark forces had taken over, and so initially Earth was called as Tara. Okay, she was called as Tara, and she was a 5D consciousness, not a 3D consciousness. So what you keep hearing today, oh my God, we are sending to 5D, we are sending to 5D, guys, nothing is happening physically. Everything is happening here on the mindset, on the soul level. Okay. So when Tara was crying in front of that galactic federation that something is happening, no one was coming forward because everybody had given up on earth, like it is like done for, this has to go, because that is how creation works. If this one day, we are so random, guys, one day this universe will stop existing and we will just stop existing, everything will be just over, and we are sitting here crying about a broken phone. Actually, I was crying about a broken phone, so yeah, I'm talking about myself. It's in this instances that you remember that, it is just a broken phone. It could be a broken universe. The next moment you will stop existing. So, yeah, okay. So, in that instance, when she's crying and she's like, oh my God, what? He stood up, he said, I will take those 1 crore, whatever, or 1 lakh, 4,000, 44, numbers, whatever, okay. So called numbers that we keep seeing, that so many souls came on earth to uplift earth. It was him who took that prerogative that let me come. And he saw him as he, because there is obviously sense perception happening. It was just a galactic energy that said, and that energy has walked on earth in different forms and different. We got to know that energy as Patriji, and we are blessed to know that. Now that energy has been continuously moving, expanding earth. So now who we know as Patriji is also that same entity, but must be known as something else to the people now who are able to perceive him in a different. We will always perceive him as Patriji because we are in this human container and we know him as Patriji, right? But that energy is nameless, it is formless, it is expansive. It is expansive. And when he decided, okay, that I will take those souls up and about, that I will, take that upon myself, that is what is happening today. That is where Earth is going back from 3D to the 5D consciousness. And it is all happening in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy, not anything physically. And the greatest example of this is Corona time. Is the Corona time. It is when we saw how Earth healed itself. So when humans were caged in their homes, it is when the true nature of Earth came out to be, that it had the capacity to heal itself. She was only giving us a glimpse that it would take only one moment for her to collapse everything for human beings, for the species, and heal itself, because she doesn't need us, it is us who need her. So we must respect all that there is. There is a eternal truth. So that's what I'm saying. There's no wrong, there's no right. There's just being with the truth of realizing that you are an energy. And the day you realize it, everything becomes, makes sense. Maybe slowly, maybe one page at a time, but it makes sense. And now quickly to 12 dimensions. So what are the 12 dimensions? They're the map of the consciousness. Okay. We live in 3D with height, with depth, with whatever formations, there is a consciousness. There's all that is happening. But there are 12 dimensions, known 12 dimensions. There are more that are still being discovered. I remember someone said, 32 or beyond. But yeah, we are going to talk about just 12. So 1D and 2D, the one dimension and the second dimension is basically something that deals with the lower energy, with something which is not very conscious on the level, is just there existing. Then comes the 3D, where it is us, the
ਮੈਂ
human
ਕੁਛ
ego
ਵੀ
identity.
ਵੇਖਣ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਭਾ ਨਹੀਂ
Okay. Uh, okay. Back to the topic. Sorry. Um, So yeah, so 1D and 2D is basically the lower emotions or the lower entities. Sometimes we also call those entities negative. But on other terms, 1D and 2D is also where we say the core consciousness or the mineral kingdom resides, which I really don't agree with, because I know that mineral kingdom and plant have different level of consciousness, which we haven't even touched yet. So 1D and 2D is that plane where the lower energy levels reside, the lower entities who do not have the consciousness to accept that there is transformation that can happen. Let's say those can be trapped souls or whatever. We don't even have to go there. Coming to the 3D is us, the human ego identity, where there is time, where there is separation, where there is limitation, where there is duality. Because our human mind plays like that. That duality is what you and I, this is mine, that is yours, this is not right, this is wrong. So this is the human ego identity. Then comes the 4D, the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is the astral plane. Astral plane is what? Astral plane is that of, dreams, psychic phenomena, shadow integration. It is where in your mindset, now all these dimensions, guys, again, it is in terms of vibration and frequency. So you don't have to understand this physically, you have to understand it on soul and mental level. So 4D is the astral plane, where we are expanding in terms of dreams, psychic it is where we start to recognize, okay, that I have, I am more. So that when you sit in meditation and you say that I had a vision, that is what is happening on the fourth dimension, on the astral plane. 5D, where we are moving right now as a consciousness, is the unity consciousness. It is that plane where there is love without conditions, where there is no time. It is non-linear in existence. Okay. So that is where Earth is moving to right now in consciousness. Now, what is the sixth dimension? Sixth dimension is that of geometric templates, sacred patterns, collective blueprints. And sixth dimension is also called the dimension of healing. Then comes the seventh dimension. Seventh dimension is that of the oversoul council, interstellar wisdom, all of that, it is usually believed that seventh dimension is also the dimension where the angelic realm resides. So in human terms, if you have to understand what is really happening on the seventh realm, or the seventh dimension, is the oversoul consciousness, is what is there, the ascendant masters or the entities who walk with us on earth to, to teach us, to help us. That is the seventh dimension. Now comes the eighth dimension. Eighth dimension is the galactic council, the interstellar wisdom, the realm from where Patriji came, from where he operates. For us, he operates as Patriji. For of course, some he can operate as Devi Sati. Some for some it can operate as Mother Mary, whatever. But that is the galactic consciousness, the eighth dimension. The ninth dimension is from where everything goes formless. It is only energy. There is no body blueprint. 9D is that of architects of the universe, the light beings which are beyond any form. Then comes the 10th dimension. 10th dimension is the cosmic mind, the source of orchestration. 10th dimension is also apparently so between 8th and 10th dimension is where there is Sirius. Sirius is Sirius A, Sirius B. We would have heard it. It's very much available information. You can research. Sirius is the spiritual sun. That is from where the Syrians or the Palladians come from. This is the consciousness we are talking about. So 10th D or the 10th dimension is the cosmic mind, the source orchestration. Then comes the 11th dimension. 11th dimension is pure frequency field, unmanifest potential. And 12th dimension is all that is infinite, singularity beyond perception. It is one unit cell. And 12th dimension is also known as Lyra, where now also this is information coming from many sources. Okay, so every person will have a different perception, but reality is one. So 12 dimension is also called as Lyra, or the realm of dream weavers, where they sing songs and weave dreams, where they weave the reality to come to us, and that we ascend. So all the dimensions above 3D are now trying to pull us into that consciousness for where we were meant to be. So this is like a pull and push where things are changing for us. So what you have to do with this information? Absolutely nothing. Just receive it, accept it that you are beyond this body, accept the truths that there is so much more than you understand with this human perception. And here is the truth bomb. You are all of these, not because there is some ascension happening somewhere else, because you are remembering, or you're here to access all of this information. And that is why this information is being given to you. If you are not ready, this information will not be given to you. And even today, some people here will take this information, some people will not take this information, but we are not here to prove anything. I am not here to prove anything that whatever I'm saying is true. I don't have to prove, neither you, but the reality will come and you will access if you're ready. Okay, so all the information that I shared about Ramtha or someone like Seth, these are the extraterrestrial, the extraterrestrials who have been existing in this multiverse. If we believe we are the only existing entities, we have been fooling ourselves. We have been fooling ourselves. The multiverse is teeming with civilization, not only on Earth, but many, different different forces, different realms. From Pleiadians who guide us through our compassion, to Arcturians who are master healers of light, or to Syrians who seeded the ancient Egypt and Lemuria. All these entities are there. It is truth. They are here to guide us. Whether it was Ramtha who was channeled by Jay-Z Knight, or it was Seth who was channeled by Jane Roberts, they are all saying the one thing, that you are not a cosmic orphan. There is so much truth to what you are, and it will keep coming to you in packets. Not everything will be told to you at a go, because obviously you will not be able to receive it. But whatever is given to you in this moment right now is the truth you need to accept. Whether today, whether tomorrow. Guys, again, the only thing you have to do, and I'm going to repeat this with a lot of love, the only thing you have to remember is accept. That's it. Whether you meditate today, whether you do not meditate for 4 years, it is okay. Just remembering that meditation or this truth will lead me to who I am, it's okay. There is never hurry, there is never worry. The only thing just do is accept the truth. That's all. Accepting the truth is the key to every lock that you must open. Whether that happens in 4 years or 40 years, we are not here to, see, or maybe in 4 janams or 4 life cycles. It is not our concern. Our concern is only that you must stand, breathe, live, sleep in truth. That's it. That is it. And it is truly arrogance to believe that Earth is the only inhabited world and there is no other world. And imagine this, that we keep fighting on levels of religion, on levels of I don't know what not. Do you think that the source creation need any protection? All of this was created, all of this was created to run this earth naturally, normally, in a societal foundation, because on earth you need some rules. These rules were not laid that we could wage wars and do whatever we had to do. Okay, we did it. There was some learning in it, but now it is time to go back to truth, and that is why we must meditate. Every meditator is changing the reality by nanoseconds. If you think that is stupidity, then yes, you are stupid. If you think that meditation then does nothing, it gives me nothing, then we are stupid. We are stupid if we think that meditation does not have the power to change. It is like the butterfly flapping her wings, and there are tsunamis happening across oceans. You sitting closed eyes connecting with the universe is the ultimate thing that this world needs, guys. This realms of existence will exist or not exist, but the truth will always prevail. This universe, as the universal consciousness, will always know what needs to be there and what needs to go. Whether you are in Bhulok or Bhuvalok or Swarglok or in Maharjana Tapa Satya, the Satya is, or the truth is, you are it, you are it, you are it, you are it. Patriji was not stupid when he stood here and said, you are the God. You must remember it. You are the God and you must remember it. Not in ego, but in remembrance that we are the part of this cycle. So it is, so it is, so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Exactly on time. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that I was able to put across whatever was needed to be said. And today we really do not have that time to discuss or to have questions, because I would like you to leave with thoughts today. Just sit with this information. Just sit with this and go back to the recordings, whether in Hindi or English. Everything is available. And we shall meet again. We will sit and do some Q&A. The group is open. Please write your experiences or ask questions if you must. And there is only love that I feel. And again, I will say this again. I am the most blessed, the only blessing that I feel in my life is to remember, is to meet Patriji, and through Patriji, all of you, because he became that epitome of everything I was here to remember. So yes, I am a proud woman that I dared to remember, and I'm proud of all of you guys because you dared to remember. We are all same cloth, we are all same cloth, and that is the truth. We must remember. And with this, I will pause my voice. We will leave for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love for all of you. So much love for this. And thank you, Patriji, for bringing this all together. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. And we'll meet you again tomorrow with a new lesson and new stuff. See you again. Bye bye.